In this video, we're going to look at different variables which can affect the price of an option. The different variables that we are going to look at are these. First, let us take asset price. If asset price increases, what will happen to call premium and as well as put premium? Alright, so if we take a call option, let's say call option which has a strike price of 100 and with a premium of 15. Okay, the premium of is 15 is when the asset price was also at 100. Now if this asset price from 100 moves to 110, what happens to this call option with a strike price of 100? What will happen to this premium, whether it will increase or decrease? Now if you look at this case, as the asset price increases, now the call option gives a buyer the right to buy at 100. So as the asset price increases, this particular option becomes more valuable than it was previously. So the premium increases when the asset price increases. It will have the opposite effect on the put premium. The premium of put will decrease as the asset price increase. Now moving on to the second variable, which is the strike price. Okay, the same call option, okay, the call option with a strike price of 100 compared with another call option with a strike price of, let's say, 120. Okay, we want to look at how the premium for this particular option would be compared to this particular option. When the strike price is increasing, which means that you can now buy the asset for 120. The strike price is the price at which you can buy the asset in a call option. So when the strike price from 100, if it moves to 120, whether this particular contract is more valuable than this contract or not. If you look at this, as I told you, this case you can buy at 100. In this case you can buy the asset at 120. So buying at a lower price is more favorable than buying at a higher price. So as the strike price increases, the call premium would decrease, and it is opposite for the put premium. If you look at volatility, volatility means that how far the prices can fluctuate. If there is a higher volatility, or if the volatility is increasing, let me give you an example. Let's say there is an asset with a price of 1000 and a volatility of 10%, and there is another asset with the same price, okay, but here the volatility is, let's say, 30%, which means that effectively it can either go to, let's say, 10% of it would be 900 to 1100. You can either move to 900 or it can move to 1100. In this case it could either move to 700 or 1300. Okay, so if I have an option, let's say I have a put option or a call option, okay, with a strike price of 1100, okay, for both the assets I have a call option with an option of 1100. Okay, now if you look at this at the max can move to 1100, whereas this asset can at the max move to 1300. So this particular option, this particular asset has more probability of becoming in the money than compared to this particular asset. Okay, so what happens is, as the volatility increases, the call premium would increase. If you look at the put premium, the same case, instead of considering these to be call strike prices, let's consider these to be put strike prices. Okay, the put option becomes more valuable as the prices go down. If you look at this, the potential for this asset to go down is 900, whereas the potential for this asset to go down is 700. So this asset has more potential to go down, thereby making this particular option more favorable. So the put premium will also increase with respect to increase in volatility. Okay, now time to expiry. If you look at an option, the premium of an option has both time value as well as intrinsic value. Okay, so as the time to expiry increases, the time value of the option will increase. So which effectively means that the premium will also increase. Similarly, the case with both the options will have the same effect. Now when coming to dividend, when there is a dividend payment, what happens to the stock price is that, if suppose let's take an example of stock price to be 100, and if there is a dividend payment of 10 rupees, when the dividend payment happens, the stock price will come down to the extent of the dividend that is paid. So which means that effectively the stock price is going to come down. So if the stock price is, or the asset price is going to come down, if the asset price comes down, what happens to call premium is the call premium will decrease, whereas the put premium will increase. Now the last variable, interest rate. The interest rate is nothing but the risk-free interest rate that is available in the market. So if the interest rate is, let's say for example, the interest rate was 7%, the risk-free interest rate was 7%. Now suddenly let's say that the risk-free interest rate becomes 10%. What happens in the market is that people, instead of investing in stocks, they're going to get much better or much higher risk-free return. So they might want to move from stocks to the risk-free asset. When they move from stocks to risk-free assets, what happens is that they are going to sell stocks. When more number of people are going to sell the stocks, the stock price would come down. So if the stock prices are going to come down, then the call premium would decrease, whereas the put premium will increase. So these are the effects of all these 6 variables on the premiums of call and put.